How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Back with yet another review. Bit of aged beer time in the form of Crooked Stave Brewing. It's their Lil Brett the Blackberry. This is a golden sour ale aged in oak barrels with blackberries. And this, my friends, be the 2013 edition. So yeah, this being 2019, you can do the math. 6 years, and I'm kind of excited for this. I got this beer in my fantasy football winnings box, my buddy Kevin. So we'll see how this one tracks. It's been a while since I've done an aged sour, so I'm kind of curious about this one. Should be able to get to this one. Doesn't want to latch on. Something's going on here. I'm gonna have to go to a different opener, or I could just cut the wax like a normal human being, and then everything would be fine. I don't think there's story time on here. Should have went into that. Yeah, it's more details on this blend and the rest of the 2013 Cellar Reserve beers. Please visit Crooked Stave. I assume maybe Ask You and Me is going on, but nice, you know, filthy and shitty that cap is. I dig that. I assume this wasn't released back in the day. I assume maybe it was like cellared since 2013. Now they're releasing it. I actually don't know. I'd have to look into that. Label wise, it's cool. You know, it's pretty much classic Crooked Stave to a T. And as far as the beer goes, once you actually get past my beautiful Dirty Glass Mafia, is that it just basically looks like blackberries. You know, rich fruit color, probably a little bit more like blueberry-ish in color. It's that rich purple, kind of Barney level kind of purple going on. Not much of a head there. I'll give it a quick tap because of my dirty glasses and, you know, give it an old swirl. But it has just an off weight with that kind of purpley kind of hue that you get from fruit ever so often. And yeah, I'm digging it. Golden Sour. What's the ABV in this sucker? 6%, so nothing too huge. See if we can get a nose. Honestly, it's not coming off like that crazy sour. Soft lactic acidity to it, a soft creaminess to it, like almost like a soft vanilla. Maybe that's the kind of barrel at work there. And the blackberries are there, but more of a non-sweetened kind of jammy kind of component. But it's nice. It smells like it's going to be relatively gentle with a subtle acidic kick to it. Blackberries shine through. There is a soft barrel character to it, and the sour component isn't over the top. Sweet, skewing sweet, and not much as far as bittering goes. You're talking about, you know, a 6-year-old beer. Didn't expect any anyway. Cheers. Okay. Blackberry is the name of the game here. And you definitely get it here. Rich blackberries, a little bit of nice sweetness to it. Not one of those super sour blackberries that you get in the pile. It's more of like a soft sweetened blackberry. It actually has this nice kind of earthy, like seedy thing, like you crack onto a little seed of a berry. Gives you that little earthy component. I dig that. That's kind of in there. Soft acidity to it. Very soft. Like kettle sour level acidity to it. A little bit of dryness, a little bit of an elephant in a barrel, and that's pretty much it. I don't think this is a very ageable beer. It's past its prime. I don't know when they were putting this out, but if this, let's say this was kind of released to the public this year, 2019, late 2018, they sat on a little bit too long. It's a bit thin. It's a bit muted, and you could tell it was at some point somewhere bigger. Higher, more elevated than it is now, and it's kind of just lost a bit of its luster. It's still a fine beer. It's drinking nice. It's super gentle. It's almost the quintessential food beer for me. That's going to present a lot of flavors that can accentuate a meal but not overpower anything. It's almost like criminal to call it a sour. That's how like non-acidic it is. I thought I was going to bring me a little pop, but it's missing all that. It's a sour, but it's the most kind of as close to not being sour as sour can get. And it's fine. It's nice. It's tasty. I like it. It's a fun experience. Tasting something that's old in general always kind of floats my boat. So to have something like this is kind of cool, but it's just definitely past its prime. And I kind of wish I could try it, you know, maybe half that time, maybe at 3-year mark. Who knows when its peak is, but yeah, fun, tasty, fine. It just doesn't really do much for me. Other than the kind of fun experience of having something of its age. So let's talk about it. Is it one of the better sour beers, barreled or otherwise, that I've had as of late? No. Like I said, past its prime, still a fine beer. It actually drinks quite nice, so its longevity for it not to turn in a weird bonkers direction for such a low ABV beer. Hats off to Crooked Stave, but yeah, just kind of uninspiring at this age. Value and availability, no idea. Like I said, I got it in a box from my fantasy football winnings, and leave you with, if you like what you like this beer, if you like aged beers, if you like sour beers, but you want something a bit muted, a bit gentle, and something to just kind of drink and not really kind of get all hot and bothered over. And that's kind of where this one sits. Listen, I'm a sucker for aged beer, so I'm always gonna have a kind of almost positive spin to put on aged beers, because that's the shtick. That's the deal. When you age beers, you don't know how it's going to age. Sure, you can help yourself. You can do wax. You can wax it yourself. You can do whatever you can. But sometimes, beer's just going to do what it's going to do. And that's part and parcel of aged beer. So I'm never going to get upset over cracking an aged beer and have it be kind of a little bit dodgy. But, I liked it. It's fun. And beer is fun. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little sour jammer right now. Aged or otherwise. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.